Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you can join me here today. As the year 2024 wraps to a close, part of the things that a person does is he starts to reflect and ponder on the year that has just passed, as well as obviously goals set for the year that is to come. And one of the things that I did in my reflections and in my ponderings is I asked myself, do I like the person I have become this year? Because essentially, when we talk about goals and all of these things that we do, good habits and all of that, those have an impact on our personalities because they refine us, they define us, they make us who we are, because we are the sum total of our experiences. So I asked myself the question, am I happy with the person I have become this year? The short answer is not yet. But essentially, I'm happy with the progress I have made to becoming the person I want to be, right? Now, it is so easy to compare ourselves to other people because we look at the finished products of other people. Let me give you an example. Look at Richard Branson, look at Steve Jobs, look at Elon Musk, for example, Jeff Bezos. You see that they've succeeded materialistically in this world. Or even if you look at like other spiritual people who have succeeded, who have done so well in their lives, whatever it may be, whatever you look up to in your life, and you think, wow, look at the person, he's achieved what he wanted to achieve. But really, we haven't seen the journey they have taken from where they were to end up to where they are now. We just see the final product, but actually they started somewhere else. And there's a whole journey that was a process of iteration that caused them to become the person they are now. And I just see that person and I'm jealous of that person and I want to be like that person. But I haven't realized that actually there's a whole journey that he had to go through to become the person. And I think this is very important because we all fall into the trap. At least I fall into the trap of comparing myself to other people and feeling a bit deflated because I am not like them, right? I compare myself to such powerful speakers because I want to be a powerful speaker, but I am not, but they are. But I don't know what journey they've gone through. You look at Simon Sinek, look at Tony Robbins, look at all these great speakers in the world. They weren't there by magic. They just didn't come overnight. They had to work hard to get to where they were. And I think that's an important thing because sometimes we fall into this trap where we compare ourselves so much that we start hating who we are. And that happened to me. I hated the person I was because I compared myself to the person who had become what I wanted to be. And the fact that I couldn't get there meant something was lacking in me. Yes, something was lacking in me, but that was the drive and the motivation to take me from here to there, not me being jealous of that person because I haven't seen his journey and his journey might be very different and he could become a person in a certain way because of his circumstances and I will become a different person because of my circumstances. And essentially I think this is very important because I'm now practicing to run for a marathon, my first ever marathon, and I've spoken about this before, but running a marathon is hard work. But you also fall into the trap of comparing yourself to other people who have run so many marathons and you think, wow, like I'm struggling. I've just done half marathons and I'm struggling to run marathons. It's going to take a lot of discipline, a lot of hard work, and I'll have to do the work to get there. But that's the trick though. There's no magic solution here. You have to do the hard work to get to where you want to be. And I bring about marathon because I just got this book recently by Haruki Murakami, is pronounced his name. What I talk about when I talk about running. So this is a book he wrote. He got into running. I think he was a writer. I haven't really read the book, so I'm not really sure. But he was a writer, and then he got into running just to keep healthy, and then he started running a race in Athens, and then from there he just kept on running marathons after marathons, and he ran the New York Marathon as well. And this is just a story about his journey. But essentially, he might have run 1,000 marathons, but his journey started off from just one marathon, or even before that. Right? So that's the whole point when you are going on this journey. Yes, you take role models. Yes, you think about other people and try and emulate them. But essentially, this is your journey in life, and you have to do it in your own terms. Don't look at other people and feel deflated because you are not where they are, because they were where you are at some point in time, right? They were there. If you look at Steve Jobs, for example, look at the rocky start in his career. He wasn't in IT in the first place, and then he got into it and all of that stuff. Stephen Bartlett. Stephen Bartlett was a shoplifter at 18, and then obviously he started doing what he did, and look how far he's come. Right, so you have to look at the person, but look at their story too, because the story tells you a lot about the person that you are looking at, right? Now, when I think about myself and I think about how to achieve what I want to achieve, sometimes I feel like an imposter, because when I first started running, for example, let me give you an example. I changed my mindset, right? I told myself that I am a runner. I just started running. I booked my first half marathon 4 months after I started running, and I told myself I am a runner. But I wasn't. I ran twice a week, and for 3 weeks, and that's it. I became a runner. I don't think that counts as being a runner, right? And I just told myself I am a runner, because you know what, I'm running, and the fact that I'm running, I'm going to identify myself as a runner, and over time I became a runner. Now I've run 4 half marathons. I'm going to run my full marathon. I am a runner. But I identified myself as a runner very, very early on in my journey. And I think that was powerful, because that helped me to identify myself with that group of people. So let's say I want to be a great speaker, a charismatic speaker. I'm reading a book now called The Charisma Myth. I think that's what it's called. I just started reading it. But anyways, I want to become charismatic. I want to become a great speaker. I look at all these other people who are great, and I want to be like them. So I identify myself as a great speaker. I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm kidding myself if I tell myself I am. But that's the power of affirmation, right? When you identify yourself with something, over time you will come to believe it. And that's why they say you should always associate yourself with people who motivate you, and who encourage you and allow you to move forward in your journey, because you are like the top 5. You get influenced by the top 5 people around you. So basically, if you look at the 5 friends around you, you will be able to find out what kind of a person you are, because you rub off each other, right? And if someone constantly puts you down, someone constantly tells you that you are like this and you're like that, and you can't do this and you can't do that, you know what? That's going to happen. Even if you could do it before, the fact that you've been listening to them over and over and over again, over time you'll think you can't do it, and then you'll reach a point where you actually can't do it. And that's why you have to surround yourself with people who motivate you, inspire you, who allow you to move forward in your journey in life. Now, I say all of this for a reason. So I've been reading a book called Talk Like TED, a fantastic book. So the author, I forgot the name of the author, but they give 9 tips on how to become a great speaker. Something that, like I told you, I'm trying to work on that, because I want to improve my speaking ability. So there's other books that I'd recommend. I'll show you them. So there's a few books by Dale Carnegie, How to Develop Self-Confidence and Influence People, and The Quick and Effective Way to Public Speaking. So those are 2 other books that I eventually plan to read. But this book, Talk Like TED, is fantastic. And one of the things that the author recommends is to basically fake it, not till you make it. They recommend fake it till you become it. Now that is a powerful mindset shift, because essentially you are inculcating the identity of the person you want to be. So if I want to be a Tony Robbins, a powerful speaker, I identify myself as a Tony Robbins, as a person who has a lot of energy, who can exude that energy to people outside. And you know what, even if I can't do it now, the fact that I keep on telling myself the power of affirmations, over time I will believe that I will be that kind of a person. Because if you tell someone something so many times, eventually they will understand, and they will take it in, and they'll believe it. And that's what I want to do for myself. I want to make myself believe over time that I will become the person I want to be. So when I first started this video, asking myself whether I like the person I became this year, essentially I I like the person I am going to become. So I don't like myself just yet because I am still not the person I want to be. But I am on the journey to discovering that person. And you know what? I love that. I love that because it's all about the journey. Forget the destination. Even if I never become the person I want to be, the fact that I'm walking this journey in life, I'm walking this journey now to get to where I want to be, I think that is enough for me for now. So I'm going to fake it until I become it, because that's what will get me the results of becoming the person I want to be. Whatever it is, or whatever it is that you want to be. I for example, I told you I want to be a charismatic speaker. I want to be a great leader. I want to be a motivator. I want to be able to help people on their journey just the way I'm taking my journey. I'd love to be able to share that with the world in whatever capacity and form I can. But for now, that doesn't really matter, because those are all dreams and goals that you have, and you should have massive dreams, because the world is your oyster. The sky is the limit. You should do whatever you want to do. But for now, the hard work is required. Just the way this journey of running started from one race, or started from some form of physical activity, to ending up doing so many races, so many runs. In the same way, my journey in life will be a journey where I start exuding the kind of person I want to be. So I identify myself as that person. I am that confident person who can speak in front of a crowd of 1,000 people with no shame, or not being scared or afraid whatsoever, with so much confidence that even people are even shocked and are even like surprised that a person like me could stand in front of a crowd like that and be the person I am, right? They would be shocked because they never expected someone like me to be someone like that. But you know what the difference is? The difference is I believed that I will be like that. Not I can be, I might be one day. I am like that. And once I believe that I am like that, over time, my mind, my soul, my heart will all sync together and become that person. So for me, this is a journey where I become that person. Fake it until you become it. Not fake it until you make it, fake it until you become it, because I want to fake it. Even though I'm not that person, I am not there yet. In my mind, I am there. I am that person that I am looking up to, and then other people will look up to me. And it doesn't really matter about what other people think, and it's not about other people at all. But it's for me a personal journey where I want to make sure I be the person. So you know what? When I die, when I go to my grave, I want to be happy, and I want to be satisfied that I was the person I wanted to be, not the person that the world dictated I should be, or the world forced me to be because of my circumstances, my situation. No. Because the power and the authority is in my hands. I want to be able to become that person. And for me, the best and most powerful way to become that person is to believe that I already am that person. And once I am that person, over time, I will become that person. And that's how I'm going to take the sequence of events. So as 2025 comes very rapidly, life is just, zooming past. But as 2025 comes, I will go into the year with the mindset that I am the person I want to be. I am already that person. I have become that person, and I'm going to affirm to myself, and I'm going to make sure I believe, I wholeheartedly believe it, because I strongly believe that once I believe it, I will be that person. Because if I believe I'm already that person, then I'm going to be that person, and eventually I will be that person, right? So yeah, this is just a bit of a personal insight that I'd like to share with you. Something very, very personal to me. But if anyone finds it useful, then I'd love to be able to share it with you. And if you find it useful, and if you find the affirmation useful as well, you should definitely use it. And I hope you can benefit from it as well. So yeah, that's it from me for this week. Until next time, see you soon.